All right, welcome everybody. Episode 3 of the Shoedogg and Mike podcast here on YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever the hell you're finding it. Maybe someday you'll find it just archived on a flash drive that you shove in the back of your head. Who knows? Anything is possible. Thanks for joining us this week. If you want to touch base with us, we're on Twitter, Shoedogg and Mike podcast, or Shoedogg and Mike podcast at gmail.com. Give us some things to talk about. Right, Mike?
Yeah, man.
All right, so I am more prepared for this than usual.
Good. It's about time one of us was.
That's right, and here's why I'm particularly prepared for this episode, and that is on the way over here, I actually warmed up my vocal cords.
What, again? What did you do that for?
I was doing a little vocal harmonizing in the car.
Wait a minute, what were you harmonizing with?
Well, that's the question.
Was the heater squealing or something?
There was a cat trapped in the motor. Huh. So, this ought to be amusing. I'm going to give you 3 guesses as to what song you think I was jamming out to and testing my range with.
I don't know, it wasn't the one we got in trouble for, was it?
It wasn't the one we got in trouble for.
Okay.
Well...
just from past experience, I'm going to say When Doves Cry.
Is that your only choice? That's your final answer?
Maybe something by Rod Stewart, maybe? I don't know. I know your range.
Well, that's... Hey, I never said I was singing it well, mind you.
That's why I picked Rod Stewart.
I was attempting to
Nobody
sing.
sings that well. Rod Stewart doesn't sing that well.
Never sung well, but somehow he's gotten away with it. It's kind of like Lemmy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was singing either. No, I was singing...
It's kind of not like Lemmy, though. Don't you dare. He's the holy goat.
No, I mean, there's plenty of people that are effective singers or effective rock stars who aren't necessarily good singers by any technical frame.
Rod Stewart's not one of them.
Rod is a raspy guy.
Hey, speaking of being raspy,
Lemmy's a raspy guy.
It's good to be here again. But I think before we totally go out of control, we should lubricate our magical vocal cords.
Well, I am. I still have
with this fine, becoming traditional
shot to start
sort
the
of
show.
Yeah, it's. The liquor's a little bit lighter in color than it was last time, but it's by no means mild.
Did I have the same shot glass last time with the boobies on it?
Nope. No, you haven't got tits yet on the podcast.
Oh, well, here we go. I'm feeling up this breast here on my shot glass. But anyway, I still haven't revealed the song. For the record, the song that I sang on the way over here was Come Sail Away. I was getting my sticks on, Mike.
I didn't think you even needed to warm up to do that. But that's good that you did. Because you're going to need it.
Well, I didn't warm up. That was the warm-up.
Not for your...
That's the easy song to sing.
Yeah, just save it for karaoke.
I take it down about a half an octave because nobody can be Dennis DeYoung. Probably for the better. I hear he's an asshole. Cheers!
There you go.
Rick Derringer, not an asshole.
He's a real American. Bottoms up. Oof.
Oof.
Oof. Man, that was one hell of a follow-up to that coffee I made myself.
Vodka is not usually... yeah, there's a reason I don't go for that very often. Rubbing alcohol tastes good.
I'm going to tell you, I think if there is another one, we're going to have to switch to this coconut rum over here.
Oh, yeah, that'd be better.
This was surprisingly, right? Didn't that come at you a little harder than you thought it would?
It came at me like vodka, man. I don't generally like the burn that it brings with it. But you know what? I went sans chaser. I did have some of this delightful flat orange
soda
slice or Fanta or whatever variety.
I don't think
wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna?
People don't usually do shots of this, do they? I think that might be why it caught us by surprise. That's not really a shot booze.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's more of a martini, margarita, whatever, girly drink.
Yeah, but once you're 1 or 2 deep, vodka does... I mean, most people consider it a flavorless liquor. I consider burning to be a flavor, personally.
It's not flavorless. It's just not, really, it doesn't mark it on its fucking flavor.
sweet breeze. Well, that's not entirely true because flavored vodkas are the fucking rage and a half these days.
Well, okay, in a different kind of way than what I meant, though.
There's more flavors of vodka than there are Bernie Bot's fucking jelly beans. How's that? Are we gonna? I plan to talk about video games later, but I don't think we're gonna top a Harry Potter reference for this being the geekiest show you listen to this week.
I don't think so. It's not like either one of us knows how to.
I made a pretty deep Harry Potter reference there. I referenced Bernie Bot's fucking.
I think you upended
80 flavor jelly beaners.
You outdid any shot you had at proving how nerdy we were, though, because that fucking whole Harry Potter thing went right over my head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm a bigger Potter nerd than yourself.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Apparently.
But if we have to combine our powers to be the nerdiest, then I'm not holding up my end at all. Because you said some probably well-known by Harry Potter fans stuff, and
relatively,
I just let it whiz right by me like I didn't know, like I didn't think that was my bus number.
Well, have you not taken trips to Hogwarts?
What do you mean? Like in the
read
books?
them, watched them?
No, I never read any of the books. I did see one.
Just one.
No. I saw one from start to finish. I've seen little pieces of a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been going on forever. He's like a little kid, then he's all grown up.
It was about 7-8 years worth of movies,
I think it
for
was,
sure.
Wasn't it more than that? Anyway.
It might have been. But yeah, so...
I saw one.
That's rather shocking. That's a rare time that I had that reaction about something that people usually watch.
I don't know shit about Harry Potter. It's nothing against,
I'll tell you this,
thing.
it's the most sustained fiction I've ever read, because I don't generally go to read fiction.
What's his face?
And I went through the whole series. I mean, fucking God.
Who's the
3,000, 4,000 pages between 7 books. Those are thick books, man. Some of them are 600-700 pages, the later ones.
I'm sure. No, I read enough thick-ass books in college. I don't want to, go out, on the side and be like, well, instead of watching TV for the next, 3 weeks, I'm going to read this extremely long, even if it's good. Who cares?
Yeah, who's got the attention span?
I'm not reading a long-ass book anymore.
Like some of those Stephen King books that were 1,000 pages, right? The Stand and some of them were that big.
I don't... Yeah, again, books that I was aware of, but never even picked up once.
Oh, hell no. Neither would I. Not that anyone picks up books anymore.
However, even though I wouldn't read the books, per se, they all have pretty good movie followings, too. Like, obviously, like I said, not a big Harry Potter guy, but I thought the Lord of the Rings series was pretty sweet. And again, I'm not some in-depth Tolkien reader. What's his face? Colbert.
Right.
Speaks fucking fluent, whatever that language is that they speak.
Bullshit.
No, it's Middle Earth language or whatever.
Yeah, elfin
bullshit. He speaks it.
And I'm sure he smokes the shire weed before he speaks it.
Maybe, but either way.
I believe that I saw the episode where he literally tickled the taint of Sir Ian McKellen on his show.
What happened here? Look at this.
I mean, he got down on his knees and gave Gandalf a fucking reach around Cleveland stroking maneuver.
Yeah, again, I guess you'd have had to have read it to glean that kind of meaning.
I don't know. I wasn't making any deep reference. I was just, Ian McKellen was.
You said Gandalf. But you're talking about reach arounds. I don't remember that from when I flipped through it at Barnes and Noble the one time.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't making any. I wasn't directly referencing the lore.
Jeez.
I guess in referencing the shire weed, I was, but yeah, not in the Gandalf the gay type of material there. But yes, fucking Colbert was full boning for Sir Ian McKellen when he came on the Colbert Report. Or not the... it was...
You would know.
No, it had to have been the Late Show, because, I mean, Colbert Report was all in character, so this had to be after he did the Late Show.
Yeah, that's not my... You're speaking Japanese to me on that one.
Yeah, right. So you made a quick reference to it. We do have to bring this up, and we're risking fire by talking about this. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta say the man has done you wrong, and you don't want to make that known. So at the beginning of our show there this week, First show, you noticed we had a little music. Last week, no music. And that's because the YouTube copyright gods decided that 30-second snippet of AC/DC was absolutely disruptive to the world of their royalty system. And we got... I mean, before anybody really hardly had the chance to hear it, the video got fucking blocked by YouTube. So I don't know what algorithm they use, how they managed to pick out that...
Way to go, man.
That we used the song.
We got all the way to the second episode before our liability exceeded our popularity. We got way into episode 2 before we were already in the red as an operation.
Here's my problem with all of this. Now throw this around in your brains out there. Yeah. At that point, our video had, tens of hits. At that point, it had been up for a couple of hours.
You don't have to undersell it, man.
Now, meanwhile, after this happened, I did my research, and there is on fucking YouTube as we speak an 8-year-old video featuring a photograph of an Angus dollar, and it plays the Money Talks song, which is what we thought was a legitimate 30-second sample of, and got ganked. Whole fucking song right there on YouTube. So I would really... I'm not starting a battle with them. We will discuss it in public, because as long as we're not playing any copyrighted music, I'm pretty sure our content is going to fly well under the radar of anybody over there. Or if you never hear this...
The whole copyright issue is just a diversion,
It's a diversion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing now, right? Everybody does the whole...
It's
outrage theater.
Are you trying to say it's perhaps some type of an evil censorship?
Right, yeah, the all-seeing eye. These people go out in the woods and they sacrifice children that they kidnap to this big wooden owl. They're all in the banks. They got a country club together and jerk each other off in the fucking saunas and...
Are you all right?
That's what that's what we all do. Everybody's...
I don't do that.
Everybody's either being offended or censored.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or both.
Yeah, well, on the bright side, going back to episode 1, it's nice to know that the estate of Joey Ramone is not as vindictive as Angus Young apparently is.
Yeah, go Ramone.
So anyway, apparently, you do a little research and there's songs that are allowed. So we'll try to go that route. We just won't play any music or whatever. But this is important information for everybody out there to know, because anybody can listen to a podcast, but isn't it almost more fun to break the fourth wall and be behind the podcast?
Not really.
Okay.
But let's see if let's see where this goes.
See if they try to gank this song that they say is legal.
No, I just think even if you did totally bail on the tunes, people still need to know we got jams. Might not be able to shove it down your throat.
That's right.
But you don't have to worry about whether we have jams or not.
Well, we need to at least name check the jam that we started off with. We'll play a little more at the end, and that is a fucking hot jam. You described it as kind of Tool-like. It's kind of Floyd-like. The song started out Floyd-like, and then it got moving. OSI, Radiolog is the song there.
Jamming.
It was, and we'll try to play another legally allowed 29-second snippet.
Reach
at the end
into
of
the
this
hat
show.
and see what you pull out. Take the little folded up song. And what are you gonna do?
It's just
look at it this way. It's better than if they had showed up to break down the whole
break down the walls.
At least the storm door.
Break down the drywall!
Yeah. I mean, it'd probably be just as easy to kick through the fucking paneling.
All right.
The front door.
Boy, all right. So
go through a wall,
this
man.
Is perfect.
Are you talking like Kool-Aid? Jumping through the wall?
Oh, yeah! Yeah, I don't know about that one. So, a quick sneak ahead. Now, I don't know anything about this, but a little bit later in the show, you say we're going to play a game of some sort.
I thought of a game.
So I'm looking forward to this game. I'm hoping it's some nature of a pants-off, dance-off.
It's a multiplayer game. It's a great fun multiplayer game.
Multiplayer. There's only 2 of us. Is this going to be like
Multi is more than one, my friend.
Is this going to be some kind of a weird audience participation thing, like David Copperfield? Put your hand on the screen. Like, will the listeners be able to play along with this game of Go Fish that we're going to have, or something like that? Or is it like Bridge? Like each episode, we'll make a move. We'll play chess against listeners or something.
Do you know how to play Bridge?
Fuck that! I'm not 100.
Well.
Although I did actually play chess the other night for the first time in a good year or 2.
You put it out there.
I got wiped out 0-2. Not a good night of chess for Shoedogg.
I don't even know what a good night of chess looks like. Is that just where you win?
I don't think I've ever won.
What if you get smoked playing chess in a park by some old homeless guy? Even though you lost, that would kind of be a good night of chess.
You know, this is funnier than I thought, because it's too bad we blew that photo on last month's podcast.
I'm just waiting for the fucking copyright police to come swooping in on that picture. That's my grandfather, you sons of bitches.
We own the copyright on that chessboard.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
Stock photography.
And yet, the grand irony of all this is our issues over music or this or that. They have no trouble with our content thus far, Mike. And last episode, we hit upon the magical topic of robotic sex devices.
Yeah, it wasn't. We didn't.
That those people who made that mechanicalized.
We didn't just hit on it.
Dildy.
We had a full blown debate over the difference.
Off. We did.
We couldn't originally agree between android and robot.
Right. I thought it was like a full blown Japanese sex doll that like could get on her knees for you. And you're like, no, it's just like a fucking fist on a piston is good enough. But anyway, we mined that field. Oh!
I just think a robot could describe so many things.
So
it could still be called a sex robot.
Well, here's what we need to do. Now, I guess we probably can't enter it into the Consumer Electronics Show. As we learned, they don't accept items of personal pleasure, unfortunately. But
not interested.
There has to be like an innovation in the world of adult toys awards, some kind of an organization out there that recognizes.
Well, now hold on a sec.
This industry.
I am told by someone who has consumed the devil's pornography. Because it's certainly not something
you know somebody who's watched pornography?
Not only do I know somebody who has, but they have their own full-blown, like, somewhat decent scale award show.
Oh, the porn industry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I forget what the letters are, but it's they put on their prom dresses and go to this fucking award show just like any other. But it's porn.
Do you get like the Ron Jeremy Golden Schlong Legend of Porn trophy?
I think they're just now catching up to the cheeky trophy design.
Because I mean, Ron Jeremy's like the godfather of porno.
Yeah, well, look it. They're gonna need a lot of award categories. I'm sure you could help them name some.
Well, this is why we need to put this innovation into play, and we need to enter this thing in the best new adult toy category. And this is a long festering idea, and it might be time for it to finally make the light of day.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's more than time for it.
You figured out where
I can read upside down.
This was on.
I can read upside down.
So
all I needed to see was one word.
So here's the grand idea, and we will be honest. Just in case this ever makes money, we're not going to claim sole ownership. This was a group effort, but anyway,
the first $20 we make is going to you for the bet.
That's true because yeah, right. You still owe me for the Niners pathetic season.
That's what I'm saying. We're $20 in the hole.
Yeah. That's a long-running thing there. 10 years, you won it 2 years out of 10, maybe? Best season, Eagles versus Niners?
It's a worthy penalty to pay.
Yeah, except for that year you paid me in a fucking pillowcase full of pennies.
Hey, you're lucky because they would have ripped the plastic bag.
True enough. So anyway, this idea, man, this sexy time idea. This is, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, I present to you The Sibian scooter.
I can't be more on board with this.
Now, there's multiple ways this can happen. You know, the point being is it's one of those old granny carts that get you around. I mean, maybe for a prototype, we'll use a Walmart shopping buggy. Just, you know, you can probably steal one of them out of Walmart at random. I would just throw it on the back of a truck. So we're going to use that as our prototype. Now, there's two options to this, and then well, we'll figure you need to go for all. There's two models, and then the third is the deluxe.
Wait a minute.
So these two functions, hold on.
Pump the brakes.
Pumping the brakes.
When was there more than one model?
Well, I'm thinking of multiple ways for this to happen.
Did you come up with some behind my back?
As we speak. Well, as we speak. Because think about this now. I don't know if this particular element of it has ever been truly decided. Obviously, the idea is that while Grandma is riding around on her buggy, the slogan, by the way, Grandma can get off while she gets around, very important. Mm-hmm. That's going to make us fucking millions, baby.
I know.
But I mean, the idea is, okay, so Grandma's on the buggy,
yeah.
But how, in which manner is Grandma getting her jollies off? Now, is she actually going to be sitting upon a device that helps provide the pleasure? Or is it just going to be like the seat just shakes and vibrates violently like you're under the base?
If I had to be...
And that's why I say, because depending on the person, you might just want the pulsating sensations, and maybe some people would like the deep diving penetrations.
Well, as long as nobody...
Shut up, I'm rhyming!
As long as nobody calls it a rip-off of the thingy from South Park, then I'm fine with it.
Did South Park have something like the Sibian scooter?
It was, yeah, but see, for people who don't know what Sibian is, it wasn't a Sibian on the show.
Usually
but
the
it was
Simpsons
close
did
enough
first.
that it was, well, but this time they did, with the dildy. They had the bicycle that pumped dick.
Okay, all
while
right.
you pedaled.
All right.
But keep telling them why the fucking Sibian is at least a notch or two above.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm getting at here, because, I mean, I feel that some people would want the sensation, some people would want the penetration, so you've got Model A and Model B, and for the people who are, you know, let's just say they require a little extra stimulation for things to get rolling, you can get the deluxe model that just takes you from all angles. Maybe add a fucking butt plug to the thing. Go all the way.
This is like Ford and Chevy all over again. Going back to a golden era.
You have to have different trim levels. You're like, which model do you have, Grandma? I've got the Sibian Scooter Deluxe SCX Edition.
Why would you think their grandmother would sound like that? You made her sound like she was already on that thing for a while.
Oh, baby! It's got about 400 horsepower!
Jeez.
I don't know what that voice was.
That was character work. Well, what do you say, before we move on, let's get this guy down before things get warm.
Yeah, I think we're just warming up, man.
Eventually this will go back. Well, no, we'll probably finish it.
I had to go when I walked into someone's place the other day, and they had on the news, like, streaming on their computer, and I took a minute to figure out what it was, and it was CBS News. And, like, the only thing I could come up with was, wow, you're watching the semi-neutral news network. Because but that's the funny thing. I mean, maybe it's because they don't have a cable network. CBS News seems a little more unfiltered, you know what I mean? Like, they don't... Their quote bias is to the truth. So which means they're still fake news in Trumpy's world. But, you know, they don't quite put the hardcore liberal spin on it that, say, a CNN or an MSNBC. You know, CBS and ABC give you just a little more flat, here's the facts, ma'am, kind of news. It's these networks that have the talking heads that gotta fucking have content 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like, they stop becoming news reporters and they just become news commentators.
Yeah, they're all, like, selling beef jerky or something.
You wouldn't buy Sean Hannity's beef jerky? I'll take Rachel Maddow's beef jerky.
Oh, man.
I know I'm not her type, though.
Is it organic?
I don't think I'm butch enough to be her type.
Oh, you'd have to go back in the smoker for a little bit to be some good jerky.
I'd have to toughen up. Dude, you know what I saw on the Facebook? Bacon jerky.
What do you mean on the Facebook?
Like someone posted pictures of the company that makes bacon jerky.
Oh, they just made a page for it or whatever, or it was just an ad?
Someone shared it. No, someone got some and shared. I've got bacon jerky.
That's when you know you've made it.
Well, to me, that seems like it's almost like an oxymoron because by design, especially if you cook it a little extra the way I like it, bacon basically is jerky. So I'm intrigued by what bacon jerky amounts to.
I love bacon.
Who the fuck doesn't?
I love bacon so much.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I'll put bacon on just about anything.
I might redo dinner plans tonight and make bacon now.
Why wouldn't it have involved bacon before?
Well, it can't involve bacon every night. I mean, I've been on a good streak of eating well, it was when I was over here the last time and we were chilling and we had those bacon cheeseburgers. I said it was that had made it 3 straight days I had consumed a fair amount of bacon.
Oh yeah, it's true.
And I have not suffered from a heart attack since, so life is good, baby.
I think you'll get away with it for a little bit. What? But
I have baconed again since.
But that was also a pretty unusual. Like, we're not going to be cranking it out either. We'll do bacon maybe for a bit, but not. It's not like you can go in there and steal bacon and I'll not notice. Some people do, though. Well, the other thing is I won't cook a fucking cheeseburger indoors. No.
Yeah,
I don't care how good you can get shit to come out pan-fried. If you're going to cook a cheeseburger and put bacon on it, you need to do that shit on the grill.
You're not wrong.
You can use the oven for the bacon, but you can't do the whole thing. Who wants to be running all over the damn place? That's what I say.
Well, that's true. Yeah, do it all in one place and be done. Wait, so you actually cook the bacon on the grill too? Is that what you're saying?
Once it's to the point in the oven, then it goes out to finish so that the cheese is on top of it.
Gotcha.
That's how you fucking do it. I know you had my version of Russ's, but you might have even had Russ's at one point, right? With the Kaiser roll and the French onion strings and everything, and the bacon and the jalapenos. Mm-hmm. That shit'll rip your ass apart.
That was a Red Robin style deluxe burger. Yeah. I honestly think that fucking I think I'm doing bacon now. So in honor of bacon, this is a shot of coconut rum now.
Yeah.
Cheers. That is very.
In a way, we both have titties because look, mine says Hooters.
You got the Hooters. I got literally Hooters. I'm grasping them tightly.
This one is almost cresting. There you go. See, that's way less worse, isn't it?
Oh well, yeah.
Way less worse is probably completely ungrammatical, but it didn't punch you in the throat like the other one, right?
That was like a triple negative. Well, no, that was very tasty. I always like coconut rum. The Captain Morgan Parrot Bay. Now that tastes strong. Parrot Bay was only 70 proof. Is that a full 80?
This is a good rum company, though. So these guys...
Cruise on.
Hang on. If I'm not mistaken, they're Virgin Islands. St. Croix. Boom. That's somewhere down there. So...
Down where?
In the, down by all the Saint everything and all the Virgin Islands, the Caribbean.
Down where?
Down where? Is that like your new line of clothing? What the fuck are you talking about? Am I supposed to say down there?
Yes, I was just trying to get you to emphatically go, down there! You failed.
I never say down there. Well...
Underwear?
Sometimes I do.
Maybe I should just use that to trick you into saying underwear.
Well, no, that's what the kids do now.
Oh, they caught on to that
Isn't it funny how quickly that all happened? Like, you had just made underwear a staple, and already the next generation has it. And they're running with it. Underwear.
Yeah. Wait, are you trying to say that, like, bare naked ladies have influenced the whole young generation?
They've transcended.
They're
next level ladies.
I'm pretty sure they didn't create underwear either. But I remember listening to that song for like a year before like that joke actually finally sunk in.
Oh, man. That's a shame. That whole fucking box melted. That's what that gray shit is on the table. That's from the box getting wet. Because somebody spilled their fucking shot before they ever put their lips to it. Not naming any particular names. Yeah, get your soundboard out for that one. Whoa. Misfire!
Fucking ads.
You fucked that up. Let's get a chant going. You fucked up. You fucked up.
I was not prepared for that. Never mind.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was a bit of a failure.
Soundboard fail.
Yeah, well,
that was like the soundboard challenger right there. That never got all that high off the ground before
the
it blew up.
soundboard challenge, like the ice bucket challenge.
I said the soundboard challenger.
Challenger.
That was too soon. A little too soon.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine. No, but wasn't the challenger the one that had that female teacher on it?
Oh my god.
She went out with a blaze of glory.
Now I can say too soon. I said it to myself, but now I mean it.
33 years, Mike. It's not too soon. It ain't like we made a 9/11 joke.
Well, we did last week.
We did not make a 9/11 joke. The only thing I did was segue from 9/11 to the Oscars, thanks to the evil overlord Dick Cheney Vice movie. It was a perfectly legitimate segue. A little bit of a left-hand turn, but all good conversation will take that sharp left sometimes, and you like where you end up when you make that random left.
Just admit that you're gonna love that movie.
I did love that movie. No, I've seen it. It's great.
See? And you'll slowly...
I recommend it greatly.
You'll slowly become a fan.
A fan of what, Dick Cheney?
Yeah. You'll be like, oh man, this movie changes everything.
It doesn't,
It'll be like people that went and saw The Thing.
No, I don't think it glamorizes him or goes out of its way to paint him in a good light. I think it paints him in a fair light as somebody who...
Has a tiny Australian guy inside of him?
Yeah, you forget all about that very quickly, man. He disappears in that fucking character.
Oh, I'm sure he probably looks like the Penguin.
Wah, wah, wah. Mr. Boss, we need to invade Afghanistan.
He's got the little umbrella helicopter.
And you should give all the contracts to Halliburton.
Oh, shit.
No. So, it fairly paints Dick Cheney as somebody who definitely was involved in some stuff for his personal gain.
Was he?
But it also portrays him as somebody who, deep down did give a shit, and, in most of the things where he tried to do his best and actually do well for others, he succeeded in them.
Well, aren't most people just, at the core of it all, aren't most people just wrong? It doesn't always necessarily mean they're, like, bad intentions wrong. They're just wrong.
Yeah.
You hear about that girl?
Yeah, but his intentions weren't always right, though. I mean, that's the thing.
I mean, I don't want to yank you forcefully out of 2004 right now. But did you hear about that chick that ran away from home in the UK, joined ISIS, married a dude who was an ISIS fighter who had, like, converted from some other country? I don't know if he was from, like, fucking Denmark or Luxembourg or what. And then she, I don't really know how, but she lost a couple babies over there. Basically, she wasn't digging the disconnect between the ISIS brochure and the actual onboarding process with ISIS.
What does ISIS like show palm trees and tennis courts, and that's not what you quite get?
Anyway, it's this whole viral thing now. But to keep things short with that, she fucking is pregnant again, and is now just basically like, yo, come on. She's actually holding up hope that they're gonna let her back in to have her baby at home.
Yeah.
And it's not like you just canceled your Amazon Prime membership.
Don't ever do that.
Like, you joined ISIS. I mean,
it's kind of like one of those final decisions. It's like joining Heaven's Gate.
It's like you bumper tapped somebody and you're like, come on, man, be cool about this, you know? And I just joined ISIS for a little while. Fuck it.
You'll be fine.
No, I thought that would really I'd butter your lips there.
That's pretty good.
I didn't know you were not in the loop on that story.
Nope.
Nah,
man.
It was good. It was a good. I bet you there's tons of memes now. Isn't that great that we now we're just at the point in life and then in the world where the best we can hope for from all this terrible shit that keeps happening is like awesome memes.
I don't look at it that way, but you know what? If that helps you sleep at night, go for it.
Well, they're free.
Mike, I would give up all the funny Trump memes I've seen for him to not be our president. I assure you the trade-off is not even.
I don't know. I'm surprisingly divided on that. The memes are great.
That's only because he hasn't completely fucked the country up yet.
Well,
irreparably, yet.
Listen. Remember that Superman movie where he chucked those aliens back into space, like on the little, like, CGI window panel, and they all went just like flying back into space, and they're all like looking like they were trapped in a pane of glass. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Okay, I don't remember which Superman it was. It was either 2 or 3, and he had these aliens come down to Earth to try and kick his ass, and they were like a troop of, they were like a bad Attitude Era heel stable. Like one of them looked like Kurgan even.
Oh no.
But notwithstanding, I was thinking how awesome that would be with the memes. If you could just chuck these assholes that make such great meme material, chuck them into a meme, and then they're like, bam, they're just stuck in the meme, and then that's all they become. You're a meme as far as history is concerned.
No, I think as far as history
is... best case scenario.
I think as far as history is concerned, I'm hoping that when our grandchildren are reading about this era of American history, the chapter is simply a black page with the white text that says we'd rather not talk about it.
Which is going to be a meme.
And then we move on from there.
Still a meme.
So I think, as you know, we're rolling right along here. This game you wanted to get to.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this thing, man. Come on now.
I bet you were probably getting nervous that I wasn't going to have wrestling for you.
Oh, is it going to be a wrestling-related game? Well, that's good. We didn't discuss much. Speaking of that, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
We had discussed this. Whether we'll probably get another episode in before that time rolls around, before WrestleMania, but we are discussing doing
this is our
post-WrestleMania special.
We don't know how, but we might be hot off the presses with WrestleMania.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now, that's my point, is that, we'll probably knock something out right after the show, get the hot take on it, and then have that up the next day.
So, you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay, here, what we're going to do, I'll keep it simple for fun factor, and you were dicking around before, but yes, to answer original question, people could play along.
Okay.
They don't have to, but you were talking about drinking games, and anybody can play along to a drinking game. You could have like a worldwide, you could do like a flash mob of a drinking game.
That'd be good.
Why don't everybody stop what we're doing? Do a shot, go back to your business. But anyway, for this, what we'll do is I'm going to give you, and it's not word association, so don't feel like you just have to shit out the first thing that pops into your brain.
All right.
But since we love the art of heels and baby faces, we love it. You know we do. We're going to see who your obviously well-seasoned wrestling brain thinks would either, if they were thrown into that world, be a badass heel or a fucking huge merchandise-selling babyface. If they were a pro wrestling entity. So they could be like in character, out of character, whatever you think brings the...
Thrown? What do you mean thrown into the world? I'm confused.
Like people who are not wrestlers.
Are you going to say that if like Shawn Michaels was a plumber, would he succeed?
No.
The other way around.
Quite the fucking reverse.
If David Bowie was a professional wrestler, would he be
boom!
any good?
Boo! Would Bowie be a heel or a babyface? I'm getting vibes.
Oh.
I'm getting vibes from that whole idea.
Boy, that's interesting. Boy, that's a real of all the I gave myself like the hardest first question, huh? Would David Bowie?
You want time to marinate on that?
No.
You're not fucking up the game yet.
No, I mean I think he would enjoy being a heel because he was kind of anti the establishment to begin with.
You think so?
But he never had. I mean, he never had a real strong persona. Like he did the Ziggy Stardust, he did characters, but he never had like a real forceful personality.
Right.
So he's a tough one to judge in that regard.
Yeah, you can't be all vanilla.
He would probably dress in drag and tag with adorable Adrian Street.
Huh. Is that
or Goldust?
There you go. Oh yeah, you were almost off the mark. I'm like, uh-oh.
He could tag with Ziggy Goldust.
Yeah, deep
Boom,
reference.
Boom.
Well, yeah, I almost said it. I almost said it myself.
Ziggy Stardust.
Although,
and Ziggy
yeah, exactly.
Goldust.
I was thinking Stardust, though. I was thinking Cody Rhodes.
The actual Stardust.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was almost perfect.
Yeah,
that wasn't.
Well, there could be a trifecta stable. All right, so we've done the setup.
Now, are you ready?
And I've inadvertently played the first round on my own. I'm always the one playing the first round on my own.
No, you're playing all the rounds, dude.
Well, no, but I mean, I came up with the question as well. I presented myself the scenario.
You're right. Okay. So
I should have given you that one then.
Well, I made it easy on you.
All right.
I'll explain how. Because I didn't want you to feel disappointed. Because I knew you'd have fun playing. So some of the people that I thought of are people who have, in some form or fashion, at least appeared on some kind of televised wrestling show. Whether it was a pay-per-view or some kind of rinky-dink shit.
So they've dabbled in wrestling in some way.
Yeah, you can dabble, cameo.
But then you're saying I have to pick whether they're a heel or a babyface. Well, they've already
we need to know why.
Portrayal.
We need to know why, though. We need to know.
And I like the idea of taking that into random connections that they could make. What would they do? Like the Stardust.
Well, you did great with Bowie, but and I wouldn't have been thinking of Bowie because not quite the same. But Mike Tyson.
Oh, it's not even necessary. I thought this was all rock stars and musicians for some strange reason.
Just people that we know. If they were, no, I'm sorry. I almost said if they were a wrestler.
Okay, well,
what I meant to say was that if they were involved in sports entertainment.
Fuck you.
But Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson would be a heel. I mean,
think so?
He is an.
Is he going to play himself?
Even though he tried to play a nice guy.
You don't picture Mike Tyson playing like a sympathetic figure,
life.
like a Duke Drosy type character.
Okay.
What about
to rephrase the question?
Yeah.
Regardless of what I quote see, what would be most effective? Mike Tyson should play a heel.
I thought Mike Tyson would be good to lead off with because we know that he actually.
I think he would be best utilized as
a
nasty ass heel.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that's your softball one.
Okay.
Now they're going to get tougher. All right, because you're going to have to put a little elbow grease into not just designating them. We know who the real motherfucking heels are.
Is this going to end up with me like having to discuss the logistics of Urkel as a professional wrestling personality?
You'll be fine.
All right, bring on the next one.
Well, there's only a couple. So, what about your boy? And when I say, I mean in ring. We're not making managers out of anybody.
Okay.
What about your boy, Donnie? If he were full-time.
Of course he's a heel.
Really?
Even before he was president. I mean, even on The Apprentice, the guy, his character on TV, in public, has always been that of a heel. That is why when he was running for president and I had my daily ranting with somebody at work who was a Trumper about the whole situation, and everything he had to say was, oh, you watch the liberal media, blah, 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 you're biased, blah, blah. I said, Jim, I have been watching and I have been seeing Donald Trump in public since the early 1990s.
Since Home Alone 2.
Sure.
Pretty much.
And I have known long ago that Donald Trump is a sleazy, slimy douchebag, whatever negative adjective you want to come up with for him. So, I mean...
Yeah, but wasn't he really cool to little Kevin when they bumped into each other in the lobby?
I don't even give a fuck that he gave us that Raw with no commercials.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
He was a decent character in wrestling, and I guess he pseudo played a babyface.
Oh, well, so you're actually still
But
in
he
favor.
is a fucking.
You're saying
he is
he'd be
the
a
ultimate
great heel,
heel.
though.
Of course I am.
Yes!
That's what I'm saying. He is a heel.
Which means you
of
actually.
course he should be a heel in wrestling.
Which means you like him as a babyface because you want to root for him.
No.
You want to root for him to be a good heel.
No.
All right. Well, I
No.
thought I'd try that one. Okay.
Like I said, the guy's always been a heel.
You felt
It's
good
been
about
proven
it.
for
You
many
felt
years.
good about it. But now let's see. Other people I was thinking about. Your girl, if she were an in-ring personality, Alexandria
Betty White.
Ocasio-Cortez, who is the youngest member of Congress we've ever had. If she were in the ring only, and this doesn't mean she can't cut backstage promos, but it also means that she's not like a ancillary character. She's not going to be playing a heel or a babyface manager or authority figure. She's not going to be a Stephanie McMahon. She's going to be in ring.
The best thing you would do with her is she is people like her, man. And I'm saying this as generally a Democrat, although a definitely still willing to go with the Bernie Sanders route.
Yeah.
She's too liberal for anybody's own good.
You think so?
I thought.
You think
about,
her finisher would be the Che Guevara Karana?
I thought about bringing this up. I mean, by the time anyone gets to hear this, there could be like 30 Democratic presidential nominees.
Okay, but is she a heel or a babyface in the ring?
Hold on.
I think I know where you're going. I think I do.
She's too liberal for her own good. Henceforth, she is going to play, in theory, a babyface.
Okay.
But she will clearly be a heel.
So,
she would be right down. She'd be teaming up with Daniel Bryan.
So you're saying she's going to be booked like a babyface, but we're going to treat her like
We're going to hate her. Daniel Bryan style.
Okay.
She's too liberal for her own fucking good.
Bold prediction. Bold prediction.
In both real life and wrestling booking, that's my opinion of ACO, as they've already started giving her
I can't wait till we get
initials.
to the results phase. Okay, one
or
more.
AOC. AOC, however her fucking initials.
You're the booker.
Ocasio-Cortez.
You're the booker.
But you're the one that told me her full name.
This is almost just like a really watered down, totally ripped off. You're the booker, but
guest
you are
booking.
You are guest booking. You got one more.
All right.
How about?
I like that though. This is a good angle to take on that. You got to give me someone who I look at as a babyface, because thus far they've all been heels in my book.
Yeah, but you did a great job. You made a case.
Oh yeah.
But in ring, heel or babyface, and on this one you actually also have to throw in title or no title.
Yeah, but when you keep saying in ring, I mean somebody's character, heel or babyface, is so well defined by, along with their interviews, their character, their persona outside the ring.
Well, sure, that stuff all helps, but the whole point is to make it, to really work that great wrestling mind of yours, we have to throw in them into wrestling and not just throw, because heel or babyface.
I'm accepting that
easy.
I'm accepting that they'll all be wrestling, but I mean, I'm not judging them heel or babyface on their quote in-ring work. It's going to be on the character that they're portraying, obviously.
Okay.
In the world of wrestling. So
Okay.
who's the next one here? Who do we got to wrap this
The
up?
last one. Heel or babyface, and I want a good explanation.
They've all been good.
Chesterfield McBonavox. Heel or babyface? Go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Chesterfield.
Heel or babyface?
Babyface.
Yes! I knew it! You did so good! Ding, 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 ding! First, you knocked it out. First try.
Chesterfield is a babyface.
You're our first and only winner. And he probably would have had quite a following. He could have had merch sales through the fucking roof.
You mean like they could have sold foam BK Big Fishes with
They
cheese?
could have listen, they could have had Zubaz pants with the really 80s Burger King logo down the sides.
Where he just comes out wearing the Burger King crown.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's a little too inside for its own good. All right, so what do you think? Should we put this one to bed?
Sure, yeah.
Did we do all right this month? Everyone had a good time?
Yeah. I had fun. One thing I forgot was...
you got something to fit in here?
Well, no, I just forgot, like, when we would... Every time we get together to record, and then we put the shit online, now we're going to be looking over our shoulder... And
well, if YouTube doesn't pull us for a 10-minute rant about how fucked up YouTube is for pulling our music, I think we're safe.
I think the best thing that can happen now is we get a whole lot of shit, and then before you know it, the hits go up.
We're controversial.
Yeah!
We're going to become the anti-YouTube podcast.
Yeah, the Sex Pistols of cheap-ass bargain basement podcasts.
I like it.
We're gonna be like a black metal band that burned down a copyrighted church.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Is that our final word?
I'm good, yeah. I mean, we'll see you next time.
All right, yes. Have a great one, everybody. We will catch you soon.